Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Nate with Dubs Cards, and today is Set Saturday. I was looking through a bunch of my sets and figured I wanted to kind of go in this direction. This is a set I picked up a couple years back. It's just a double set. As far as my sets go, I like to keep them in a box. My good sets, I have multiple doubles, triples of a lot of sets. I do various things with. I do some TTMs with them. This is just one I picked up not too long ago, or a couple years ago, I guess. And it's the 1981 Donruss set. This was the first year of Donruss, 1981. These were on very, very thin cardstock. Here's the back of them. Has some career highlights, has a major league records for batting. If it's a pitcher, it'll have a pitching record. This set I got at a yard sale. It's not in the greatest condition, but what are you gonna do? This started out with Ozzie Smith, Raleigh Fingers. So the set was set up kind of weird. I don't really know too much about how they configured it, but as you see here, like cards 1 through 4 are the Padres, like 5 through 9 are the Tigers, 5 through 10 are the Tigers. Then there's like a Phillies and then a bunch of Pirates. Also, there's multiples of different players. Like I think there's 2 Pete Roses, I think there's 2 Nolan Ryans. There's a bunch of cards that are doubled. I really don't know why. I guess I haven't looked into it too much. But we'll just kind of go through it quick. There's 600 cards in the set, plus I think 5 checklist cards. And in this set, the checklists were not numbered. So you got, here's a Mike Schmidt. Pretty nice. These were very, very different in size. Some of these are tall, some of these are skinny. Very hard to get graded, because they don't really fit uniformly into a size. These were very cut at all kinds of different sizes from the factory. I like this set. I had no problem with it. This was a little bit before my age of collecting, so I had to get these kind of later on. I guess I was 5 years old when this came out. But you got Tim Foley, old Willie Stargell, Joe Morgan. Some of the old greats are still here in this set. Joe Sambito, Manly Trillo, Bump Wills. Here's some of the Rangers cards. Some Blue Jays, just an odd Phillies Steve Carlton card. Here's some Mets guys. Mike Scott, Ron Reed. As you see, a lot of them have different colors. Some of these have green in inner borders, orange, red, blues. I like this set. It's a very, very good set to get autographs on. Makes pretty good. Here's a Steve Garvey, which I like. It's a cool card. Most of these cards are in good shape. There's not a lot of bent up corners and creases. Mainly these cards get faded. These were not very good if you had them exposed to light. Johnny Bench, George Foster, Keith Hernandez before he became a Mets, Bobby Bonds, pretty cool cards. And you got some Giants up there, Gene Garber, Mike Hargrove, lots and lots of these guys TTM. That's why it's a great set to start out with. You can still get these fairly inexpensive. I mean, at a yard sale, I think I paid $25 for this, but I would imagine on eBay you can get this for $50, $60. They're not terribly expensive. Cecil Cooper's up there. We got Gary Carter at the bottom. It's a cool card for the Expos. One of my favorites. Hall of Famer Dennis Eckersley. We got Carlton Yastrzemski. So they kind of did that, 5 of each card, 4, 5, 6 of each card. Then they skipped a couple, came back to another team. There's a George Brett, Tommy John. This will be Lou Piniella, Eddie Murray, Ken Singleton, Ricky Henderson. He just passed away. And as you see here, this one's cut from like, there's a big margin there to little margin there. The card still measures the same here to here. They just printed it on a, I guess on a biased, on a skew. Here's the back of the card again. So it has the full name, card number right there. Here's the 91 Donruss logo, team or year. Pretty cool set. Randy Jones TTMs. Ed Ott. There's a Jack Morris rookie card. No, not rookie. I guess it's a 81. Here's another Pete Rose. There's a Pete Rose. So yeah, for some players, I don't know why they did it. Some players got 2 cards. Willie Stargell. Burt Blyleven on the Pirates. It's pretty cool. Come into Dave Parker, Larry Boa. Fergie Jenkins, Danny Darwin. Rick Bossetti. Gonna come back to some more Mets, guys. It's another thing of red White Sox. Here's some Mariners players. Dell Unser's a good TTMer. Shane Raleigh's one of the best. He signs quite a bit. There's Hall of Famer Rod Carew. Dusty Baker. Another Steve Garvey. So there's 2 Garveys. One's like a regular pose and then one's an action shot. Maybe that's what they did. Not real sure. Another Johnny Bench. That's the second one. King Griffey Sr. Cool set. Darrell Evans, Rick Camp, Andre Thornton's a good TTMer. So yeah, if you guys haven't ever seen this, you can just pause and kind of look at him. Here's Andre the Hawk Dawson. Always liked him on the Expos. This will be a great one to get TTM'd. Love the old logo. Andre Fernando Dawson. Jerry Remy. Here's another Yastrzemski. Fred Lynn, Dan Quisenberry, John Watham. We got a Guidry, Reggie Jackson. It's a good one. Luis Tiant. Wayne Gross. Gary Lucas. Another Pete Rose. That's like 3rd Pete Rose on the Phillies. Bill Mad Dog Matlick. Art Howe. Great TTMer. Here's a Nolan Ryan for the Astros. Really good shape card. Pretty decent. Nolan Ryan. Started out as a Mets. Rookie card was 1968, right next to, there's a John Matlick. We'll see him. I want to show you who's next to him. He should be in this set. Barry Bonnell. Sparky Lyle. Floyd Bannister. Bob Gritch. Steve Yeager. Ron Say. Pretty cool the way they did this set. Manny Moto. Dane Org. Robin Yount. Cool one. Toby Hara. Charlie Moore. Got Phil Niekro. Steve Rogers. Steve Renko, Jim Rice, Carlton Fisk. It's a couple Hall of Famers right there. Willie Randolph, Rick Cerrone, Goose Gossage, Reggie Jackson. That's a good page. Yogi Berra, bunch of Yankees. The Goose. And it looks like he's mustacheless. Kind of stinks. Rick Cerrone, great catcher, played on a lot of teams. Doug DeCinces, Earl Weaver. Lance Parrish, Lou Whitaker, Steve Mura, another Pete Rose. It's like fourth Pete Rose. Lee Lacy. There's Joe Necro, Phil's brother. Al Oliver. Ernie Witt. Doug Flynn, Pete Falcone. Tony La Russa was a great manager. Bob Baylor. Carney Lansford. Jim Barr. Tom Seaver when he went to the Reds. Another Tom Seaver right there. So you got two Tom Seaver cards right within 4 cards. It's crazy. Terry Kennedy, great TTMer. Dale Murphy. This one's off center both ways. A lot of people don't know he started out as a catcher. His rookie card is him as a catcher. Buck Martinez, this card is a error card. You can actually get it where it's reversed. So his bat's on this shoulder and it's opposite. You can always tell from the number on his jersey. So we got Bob Stanley, Dewey Evans, Glenn Hubbard, another Reggie Jackson, Bucky Dent, UL Washington. This is Jim Palmer. Nice card. And what's this one? This one says Cy Young, 1980, Steve Carlton, Cy Young. Gives a little bit of background on it. That's his Cy Young season. Pretty cool. Here's a George Brett MVP card. It's pretty neat. It's got the MVP logo on it. So the back has just a little bit of different stats upon it. Larry Senka, Dave Roberts, Dave Rader, good TTMer, Steve Howe, Joe Torre when he was the Mets, Kiko Garcia, great TTMer, Broderick Perkins, Sal Batura, Jerry Kuzman. He's the one that's on the Nolan Ryan rookie card from 1968. Played a huge career, Hall of Fame career. So now we're getting into Dennis Martinez, Tim Rock Raines. That's great. This card's cool. This one is showing, looks like Rod Carew and George Brett for the best hitters. Best hitters in baseball. Pause that if you want to read it. Pretty cool. I always like my cards facing the right if I can, as long as the words are right. Burt Hooton, Dave Stapleton. Getting toward the end here, Dave Kingman, Hall of Famer. Al Harbosco. Barry Foote. It's Cubs. Tim Blackwell, always has a great mustache. He had a great mustache back in the day. That one's actually kind of trimmed down a little. Rick Ruchel, TTMer. Danny Ainge, a lot of people don't know, before he was a Boston Celtics. Won all those championships with Larry Bird, Robert Parrish from the 80s. He was drafted by the Blue Jays. That is a Danny Ainge baseball rookie card, not basketball, baseball. Pretty cool. I always like this card. He has a Fleer one also. And the tops. I think he got all 3 cards. I know I got them somewhere. Dennis Lamp, good TTMer. Mookie Wilson when he was on the Mets still. What do we have here? Dave Steve, Fred Stanley. So it's showing him on the A's, but he's got the Yankees hat. So we got a Mike Schmidt. Oh my God, it's Mike Schmidt, MVP. Cy Young, Steve Stone. And we're getting to the end of the set. Tommy Boggs. And that's card number 600 right here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sweet checklist cards. So each checklist had 120 cards times 5 is 600. No numbers on them. These were unnumbered. But that's it. That was Set Saturday. Let me know what you guys think. I want to try to do it as a reoccurring thing every Saturday, is just to come at you with a set. I did a couple of Peachy sets. I did a couple of those little mini sets, and I guess you just don't know what we're going to get. I got a lot of sets, so I don't mind sharing them with you guys. Like I said, I got this at a yard sale. I live down here in Florida. There's yard sales all the time. Worth $25 to me. I mean, these binders can fetch $5 or $6 on their own, so has a little writing. I don't mind. But this is Nate with Dubs Cards. Over and out.